Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. Today we're going to be multiplying 3 and 4-digit numbers using the standard algorithm. So let's look at an example here. The first time I'm going to break it down, showing you all the different parts, and then we'll look at some problems without all the written directions. So starting here, we have the problem 753 times 9. I'm going to start by multiplying the ones. So I have 9 times 3 ones, which is 27 ones. Then I'm going to regroup those ones and record. So 27 ones is the same as 2 tens and 7 ones. So let's record that over here. We're going to put a 7 for the ones, and this is the ones place. And I'm going to regroup my 2 to the tens place. This is showing that I have 2 tens and 7 ones. Okay, now I'm done with my ones place. I'm going to move on to my tens place. So now I'm going to multiply my tens. So I have 9 times 5 tens. And 9 times 5 tens is 45 tens. So remember over here, though, I had this 2 that I regrouped. So I need to add the regrouped tens. So I have my 45 tens that I just multiplied plus my 2 tens that I had regrouped. So 45 tens plus 2 tens is 47 tens. So now I have a total of 47 tens, and I need to regroup those tens. So 47 tens is the same as 4 hundreds and 7 tens. 4 hundreds and 7 tens. So to record that, I'm going to put a 7 in the tens place and put a 4 as regrouped into the hundreds place. Okay, so now I'm done with my tens. So now I'm going to be multiplying my hundreds. So we're done with the tens place. Now we're moving to the hundreds place. So I'm going to multiply 9 times 7 hundreds. 9 times 7 hundreds is 63 hundreds. But remember, I had my 4 hundreds up top, so I need to add those regrouped hundreds. So I have 63 hundreds plus 4 hundreds will give me 67 hundreds. Now I have nowhere else to carry my 6 thousandths, so I'm just going to write the 67 in my equation. So my final answer will be 6,777. All right, let's look at another problem, but this time we're not going to write out all the steps. We'll do it a little bit more simply. So I'm going to start again multiplying my ones. So 6 times 9 ones is 54. So if you remember, I'm going to put my 4 in the ones place, and I'm going to regroup my 5 to the tens place. Now I'm going to multiply my tens. 6 times 2 is 12. And I can't forget about my 5 up top, so I have to add my total of 12 plus the 5 leftovers to get an equal of 17. So for my 17, I will write my 7 in my tens place, and I'm going to regroup my 1. Now I'm going to be multiplying my hundreds place. So 6 times 5 is 30, plus my 1 up top. So now I have 31 hundredths. So I'm going to write 31 hundredths. And my answer would be 3,174. Let's look at another problem. This problem we have is 378 times 4. This time it's asking us to estimate the product. If you recall, when we estimate the product, we're going to be first rounding our first multi-digit number to the nearest highest place value. So in this case, our number is in the hundreds place, so we want to round to the hundreds. So 378 rounds to 400. Then we're going to be rounding the estimated number times our other factor. So 400 times 4, which would give us 1,600 or 1,600. So this tells us the product should be close to 1,600. This is just a good way to help us check to make sure that we're on the right track. So let's work our problem now. This time we're going to do it without writing out the steps, so please follow along carefully. I'll go a little bit slower to make sure that you can understand and follow me. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply my factor times my ones. So 4 times 8, and 4 times 8 is 32. So I'm going to put my 2 And I'm going to regroup my 3 to the tens place. So this shows me 32. Now I'm going to multiply times my tens. So 4 times 7 is 28. Plus I need to regroup my 3, add my 3 on. So 28 plus 3 is 31. So I will put 1 and carry my 3. Now finally I'm going to multiply my factor times my hundreds place. So 4 times 3 is 12 plus my 3 that I have left over. So 12 plus 3 is 15. So my final answer is 1,512, which is close to 1,600. So this is a very reasonable answer. Let's look at one final problem. This problem we have is 9,572 times 3. So now we're looking at a 4-digit number. So nothing's going to change here. We're just going to have to do one place value over, continuing our multiplication. But we're going to start by estimating the product. So 9,572 will round to 10,000 because that's the closest thousand. 10,000 times 3 is 30,000. So our final product should be close to 30,000. All right, let's work this problem. Again, we're going to start multiplying our factor times the ones place first. So 3 times 2 is 6. So I'll write my 6. This time I don't have anything to regroup, so nothing will go above my tens place. Moving on to multiplying our tens, 3 times 7 is 21. So I'm going to put my 1 and carry my 2. 3 times 5 is 15, plus my 2 more is 17. So 15 plus 2 is 17, so I put my 7 and I carry my 1. Now finally, I'm going to multiply my thousands place. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 1 more is 28. So I'm going to write 28. I have nowhere else to carry, so the 2 will stay with the 8. So my final answer is 28,716, which is close to 30,000. So just to recap, when we are multiplying, we want to start multiplying the factor times the ones place. Then if the product is greater than 9, then you must regroup. After multiplying the tens or hundreds place, don't forget to add any numbers that were regrouped. And finally, keep your numbers lined up so you're starting in the ones place. That way you don't lose your place and you don't get confused. I hope that this lesson was very helpful for you. Please click below if you liked it and subscribe for more math lessons at Math Maniac 4th grade math.